guys, it's Megan. Do you even remember me? It has been so long and it is so amazing to see you and to be able to catch up with you guys over the past 2 months since I have shown my face or posted a video, because it's just been so long, and I apologize for not having time to do YouTube. I really appreciate you guys who have reached out to me and said, like, are you ever coming back? Like, we miss you. And that really touched me. And it's Memorial Day today, so happy Memorial Day, and thank you to all the servicemen and women who have served our country and who have given their lives to protect our freedom. It's something that we can never repay, but to be grateful for that is really important. So I do have the day off, which is wonderful, and so I didn't even sleep in today. I slept until like 9, so I guess that is sleeping in compared to normal. And then I had breakfast. I made a breakfast taco and some iced coffee, which, oh my god, we will talk about this in my empties, because I have my empties overflowing bin over there. I need to do an empties video so badly, so I'm gonna film that after this. But the Starbucks iced coffee that you can buy at the, I almost said drugstore, but like the supermarket, whatever. Holy shit, it's so good. Get the unsweetened version. So if I'm extra crazy, it's because of this coffee. So I thought I would catch up with you guys about my life. I don't think I'm really going to talk about like makeup-y stuff, but I am going to do my makeup, and I have some different things that I actually got in the mail yesterday from MAC that I wanted to show you guys, which includes this really cool like shade sense thing. So they have like some of their classic lipsticks, they now have fragrances that go along with it. So I already smelled all the fragrances, but on the other side is all the lipsticks, and I've never tried any of these colors. So I thought it would be fun to play with those in a video. So I'm just gonna do my makeup as I catch you guys up on the past 2 months of my life, and sorry if I like cough and stuff throughout this video, because my allergies have been kicking my ass so hard, and I forgot to take my allergy medicine this morning. Not forgot, I kind of purposely didn't, because when I do, then I'm really, like, my nose is running and stuff, so I didn't really want that in this video, so I'll probably be coughing instead. So yeah, to be honest, I actually filmed a Get Ready With Me yesterday, but I felt so not used to talking to you guys that it was just like so awkward. Like I didn't even rewatch it because I was like, I don't feel good about this video. Like I don't like what I said, and I just didn't want to post it. So it's not like I said anything bad. I was just like, this is really boring. So I made a list. You guys know me, and so I will hit on things that I really wanted to mention that have been going on over the past 2 months, which my life is amazing right now. Like, I'm totally happy. The reason that I haven't been on YouTube for quite a while is just because of my priorities, I guess you could say. And I've had this conflict in the past, and it's really hard for me to balance YouTube with everything else that I want to do and prioritize in my life. So for me, my main priorities are my family, my friends, and my boyfriend Michael. So on the weekends, pretty much half of the time I'm not here. I'm at Michael's house. So I am like traveling to and from New Jersey for half of my life, and I love it. I love going to visit him, and when he visits here, I'm obviously busy doing stuff with him, so we really like to have quality time together, and I just find that I can't fit YouTube into that right now, which I hopefully will figure out a way to make more time for YouTube, but for now it's just when I can, and a 3-day weekend, definitely have time to do a little more YouTube than normal. So that's why I'm pretty excited to film some videos today and then post them over the next like week or so, and then you might not see me again for a while. But if I do like disappear like I did for the past 2 months, you pretty much can guarantee that I'm still on Instagram. So if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, my username is megfish8, and I post on there so much. It's my favorite social media. So I am constantly on Instagram liking people's stuff, posting dumb pictures or some cute pictures. You guys love, love, love when I post pictures of me and Michael. Like, I've never gotten so many likes on pictures until I started dating him. I know, his face is gorgeous. So it's just really fun to be able to still like see you guys and interact with you guys on Instagram, because I recognize your usernames and stuff. And like I said, lately I have received some messages from you guys on there, and it just really means a lot to me that you want to see my videos again. And trust me, I think YouTube is going to be part of my life for a long time, because I've always loved being able to document like my thoughts and parts of my life and where I am right now, because you can never get back into your mind when you're like in the future. Like, I can't remember what I was thinking at this moment in my life when I'm like 30. So it's just really, really fun for me, and I definitely want to be able to do this at least some of the time. And I just really appreciate you guys sticking around, and yeah, I just can't stress that enough. You guys are so, so sweet to me. So, I've actually been doing quite a lot of smoky eyes. Either I do no makeup, which is very, very common lately. I haven't, pretty much like 5 days of the week or more, I don't wear makeup, which is also part of the reason I haven't been too inspired to make videos about makeup or talk about makeup or anything. Like, it hasn't been something that I've been very into. Even like makeup videos, I haven't really craved to watch them. I prefer watching like vlogs and stuff right now, and I loved vlogging when I did it pretty consistently for a while. So I'm thinking about trying to get back into that. Just doing like little things here and there to show you guys what I'm up to. But like beauty stuff, I still like some videos, but I pretty much okay, here's the truth. I've been balls deep into Game of Thrones. I know I'm the last TV obsessed person in the world to jump on this bandwagon. Like, from the second Michael and I met, he was like, "You don't watch Game of Thrones?" Like, I am so surprised he even wanted to date me, because he's obsessed with Game of Thrones. And I was like, yeah, I don't really want to watch that show. Like, it doesn't appeal to me. I don't like violence. So I watched the first few episodes my like sophomore year of college, and like Khaleesi was getting raped and stuff, and I just can't deal with that kind of thing. Like, that immediately turns me off. I don't want to be like shown that type of thing. And he was like, "I know, Meg, you just have to stick it out, and yeah, there's gonna be violence and stuff throughout the whole series, but those characters that seem like weak at the beginning, they become some of the strongest." And so I was like, for you, I'll watch it. So I signed up for a HBO Go like 1 month free trial, which is so awesome. Like, just remember to cancel your subscription like the day before you're gonna get billed, and like you won't get charged for it. It's just pretty cool. So I did that, and then I think I watched like 4 episodes before I quit on it, like way back when. So I watched those episodes and was like, oh my god, do I really want to stick this through? And then I did, and now I'm midway through season 5 and I've only been watching it for like 3 or 4 weeks. So it is so good, you guys. It's very, very graphic. Violence, nudity, sex, murdering, like every single negative thing that you can think of, it's in there. But if you're a mature adult, if you've watched stuff, like any creepy ass show that we probably watch, like pretty much all of my shows are like really negative and really like graphic in some sort of way. So now I guess I'm more used to it than I was when I was like 19 years old watching this, and I never watched something so graphic before. But I think most of us, unfortunately, are used to seeing really graphic things. So my little PSA is, if you're not sure about Game of Thrones, you should give it a shot. Try to make it at least through season 1. Season 4 was definitely the best season yet. Like, thinking back to all the seasons, that one had the most twists, the most action, and every single character is so interesting. So I'm really thankful to Michael for forcing me to watch Game of Thrones, and now I'm a total addict. So I only have like half of this season, and then season 6 and season 7 starts July 16th, I believe. It's a Sunday. So I'll definitely be caught up by then. I'll probably be caught up in like 2 weeks. So that's been my TV show obsession. Lately, I was just catching up on different shows. I watched 13 Reasons Why. I find that show is super powerful. I know it's been getting mixed press, and I mean, to each his own. Like, you don't have to watch it, especially if I would say if you are feeling really hopeless and basically considering suicide, I would not watch that show whatsoever, because I think it really can be triggering, especially if you went through similar things that the main character did. And I would just say steer clear if you are considering that option, which I really hope that no one is, and I know that people are. And if that is what you're thinking about right now, please do not do that. Do not make a permanent choice based on a temporary feeling. And I know it doesn't feel temporary, but it is. And high school, college, whatever stage of life you're in, it will end and things will change and get better, and maybe you just need different friends. Like, maybe your friends are total assholes that aren't helping you, and it's so heartbreaking to me knowing people from my high school that did commit suicide, and it's devastating. And watching that show really made my heart completely break, and it's not an option. You should never do that, even if you feel so alone and so empty, because you're not alone. There are people that are there for you. You might just not notice that, or they might not be able to show it in the way that you need it. And oh my god, it's just absolutely devastating, heartbreaking. And if you need to talk to somebody, I can listen. There's so many people that are in your life that you know that can help you. So yeah, 13 Reasons Why really affected me, and I finished the series in like 48 hours. I was absolutely obsessed with it. And yeah, it's a really, to me, it was like an addictive show, but it was also a really devastating show to watch, and like the after effects of what I was feeling and thinking about just were really profound to me. And I think it's a show, if you have teenage children, preteen children, you need to watch this show, because there's so much going on under the surface. And Michael and I were talking about how crazy it is now that like little elementary school kids and like middle school kids and high school kids have phones and iPads and computers and are connected to each other at all times. Like when I went home after school, my bully wasn't like in my phone like following me home. Like I left my bully at school and I could go home and be like separated from that and not have to worry about that. Now it's like you can't get away from these people that are really, really awful to you. And even sometimes people that you think are your friends are a bully and you just don't see it like that because they're your friends. But I just find growing up in this technology era is really, really difficult, I think, for kids, and it's really hard for parents to relate to that, which I think is why this show is so, so important for parents especially to watch it. So your heart will break for the parents in this show, and I just think it's really, really important to watch, especially if you have children. So anyway, that was a show that really, really affected me, I guess would be the best way to say it. So yeah, that was, it's not a positive show by any means, but it, I think, is a really important show for people to watch. And like I said, very mixed press about it, but I took away a lot from it, so I would recommend it. What else has been going on in the TV world? I don't know, because I've been so like obsessed with Game of Thrones. We did see Guardians of the Galaxy. I actually saw it twice. I saw it with Michael and his brother the opening weekend, and then I saw it last night with my family and my sister's roommate. She's here for the weekend, which is really, really fun, and we saw it last night because they hadn't seen it yet, and I honestly preferred it more the second time because I'm obsessed with the first Guardians of the Galaxy. I wanted to say Game of Thrones because I'm just such an addict. I really, really am obsessed with the first one, but this one, when we saw it the first time, I honestly fell asleep, and I partially blame those reclining seats in the movie theater for that, but then I also blame how like detail-oriented the story was. Like, you really had to pay attention. So the second time, since I knew the story of it, I didn't have to pay as much attention to all the little details that were going on, which I just wanted to turn off my brain and not really think about it. So it is good. Baby Groot is the funniest, cutest thing ever. Like, I wanted to see it again just for him, because I was originally last night gonna just go see Baywatch, and the rest of my family were gonna see Guardians of the Galaxy, but then I was like, do I really want to go see Baywatch, which hasn't been getting good reviews, or do I want to go see Baby Groot and potentially fall asleep during the rest of the movie? So I decided to see Baby Groot, and it was definitely worth it. That coffee's so good. Oh, also, the shadow I use is Plumage by MAC, which this is the first time I've used it, and it's like okay. It's kind of like choppy, and I'm constantly, like I said, going back and forth to Michael's, so I always have all my stuff packed because it's just easier to leave it packed, and then if I'm staying here for the weekend, I just work out of my bag anyway. So I always have like my toiletries packed, I always have like my makeup pretty much all packed, and what else do I have packed? Well, okay, this is something that I've been really, really into lately, is packing cubes. So you guys know my room isn't always the cleanest or the most organized, and it's the same thing when it comes to my packing situation. Like, I just have a weekender bag, which is great because you can throw a bunch of stuff in there, but then it's a disaster. Like, my corner in Michael's room where I put all my stuff, he just calls it like the mega explosion. Like, it's everywhere. So I am embarrassed by that because he's so organized, and like when he visits me, he just has this little backpack and all of his clothes are like perfectly folded, and I look like this demonic crazy monster that like doesn't know how to pack or be organized at all, which is probably true. But I want to be, you know, you want to impress the people that you care about. So I have purchased several packing cubes from Eagle Creek, which I heard about through Jen from Pretty Neat Living. I absolutely adore her. I watched pretty much like all of her videos when I originally found her, like way back when. And like I watched all of her like organization videos, and she recently just did a second story laundry room in her closet. Oh my god, that's like dreamy as hell. So she has done like a bunch of packing videos, and she's the one that I originally heard about packing cubes, as well as the brand Eagle Creek. So I bought a set of those and I absolutely love them, and then they're currently having a sale through like mid-June that's 20% off of like a selection of their items, which includes the packing cubes. So I ordered more, and I'm gonna do like an Instagram post about them once those finally come in, which should be this week. And I'm just obsessed with them. It's so nice if you're disorganized but you want to be organized. It's a really, really effective way to separate your clothes. So like I can fit so much clothes into just like the medium pouch. I have like shirts, pants, everything, and then the little one I put like underwear and bras and socks and my like sleeping eye mask. It's just amazing, and Michael thinks I'm crazy, but it's really working out for me. So I'm gonna continue to do it and enjoy my packing cubes. And yeah, so I'll talk more about those after I get the rest of the order, but for now I just am enjoying the little set that I have. Okay, I'm still obsessed with this Neutrogena Hydro Boost foundation. I've used a lot of it, which you can see. I bought this pretty much right before I disappeared from YouTube, so I've been using that consistently since then, and I highly, highly recommend it. But I love mixing it in with the L'Oreal Pro Glow, or Pro Matte, excuse me. And then a little, oh my god, I almost just dropped it on my floor. Don't do that shit, Megan. I'm the clumsiest person ever. I feel so bad for Michael. I like constantly spill his stuff and drop stuff on him and like knock him over. Like, it's a miracle he loves me. But anyway, so I mix it in with a little bit of L'Oreal Pro Matte and a little droplet of my Illamasqua white foundation, which the white foundation, this little baby is one of the best purchases I've ever made. I think it was like 20 bucks or so. And if you are pale as hell, you need a white foundation because it doesn't make you look like, I mean, it can make you look like super, super pale and super, super white, but adding just a little drop to any foundation just helps it match me so much better, and I don't have to worry so much about looking like my face is 5 shades darker than my skin. And sometimes I don't really care, and sometimes I really do care about that kind of thing. So I have just used this white foundation as such a tool. I can't imagine not having it because most foundations are at least slightly too dark for my skin. Also, I've been using my Beauty Blender Dry lately, partly because I'm way too lazy to go to my bathroom, which is literally 5 steps that way, to wet it, and then also because I find that it just keeps the coverage as opposed to shearing out the foundation, which I use the Pro Matte with the Hydro Boost to get the best of both worlds, for it to look just like skin with the Hydro Boost, and then to add more coverage and longevity with the Pro Matte. So I find that this combo is like, oh my god, it's just so, so good. And yeah, I've been having, or at least I've been noticing that this part of my face, like my lower cheeks, always look like it's oxidizing there. So I don't know if it's just like an optical illusion or what, but if that ever happens to you guys, can you tell me if that's like a real thing, or if I'm going crazy, and if it is a real thing, what you do to combat it? Because I don't know, I always feel like this part of my face looks like an orangey beard, and I obviously don't want to look like that. So yeah, that's just been something that I've noticed lately, that I'm like, what the hell is going on with my face? Like, I do not want to look like this. And I pretty much only started to notice it in my work bathroom mirror, so I don't know if it's just like the lighting in there or what. So let me know if you have any like suggestions on that. Okay, I said that I wasn't really gonna talk about makeup, but there's two things lately that I've been tempted to buy, and I don't know. I'm just trying to convince myself that I don't need them. So they're both by L'Oreal. The first one is the Lash Paradise Mascara. So this is like all over the internet right now, like comparing it to Too Faced Better Than Sex. And you guys know L'Oreal Voluminous is my #1 favorite mascara in the world. So if this one is just as good, if not better, like, that would be incredible. And then the other product is the L'Oreal Pro Glow Concealer. Chloe just texted me about that the other day, and she had just bought the Becca Aqua Luminous, and she's like, what the hell? Like, why didn't this come out like a few days before? Like, is she gonna buy a whole nother concealer when she just bought one? But yeah, those two products are pretty much the only things lately that have really tempted me, because I have been trying so hard not to want to buy makeup and not to really think about makeup, and I have bought a few things over the past 2 months, but it's not like I used to be at all. A lot of my money is going to different things, and I've just really changed my priorities when it comes to my money, which I'm thankful about, because I don't need more makeup whatsoever. But it's just really interesting, like, how things change and how your priorities with spending change. So that's been good, because I don't need more makeup at all whatsoever. And if I was still buying makeup like I used to, oh Lord help us, because I had a serious problem. And I think that it's good that I've taken a step back from YouTube, because I used to be, like, I used to let YouTube be an excuse as to why I could buy more makeup. Like, oh, well, I want to do a review on this, or like whatever. And my channel isn't about that. Like, my channel isn't about doing reviews on the latest stuff. And once I allowed myself to realize that and not use my YouTube channel as a crutch to continue to buy more makeup that I didn't need. Oh, really, Megan? I feel like I came full circle with my normalcy of buying makeup and not just buying makeup like 24/7. We'll deal with this after it dries. So, eyebrows. Okay, so some of the other stuff that's been going on lately, I've been in New York City quite a bit more often than I ever was before. Like, I probably only went to New York like once a year. And I live pretty close. I live in Pennsylvania, and New York is like an hour and a half from here. But it's really annoying because there's not like a train from where I live into the city, and like, it's just really inconvenient to get there. So we would go like once a year, usually around the holidays, and it's just so crowded, and like we didn't really know, like I'm talking about we as in my family, since we don't go very often, we would just like go to the like standard areas like Times Square and things like that where it's really crowded and really awful. And we love going to Rockefeller Center. I have never ice skated on the rink there, but we would usually eat at the restaurant that's at the level of the ice skating rink, and you can see the people skating, and it's just really cool. But I never felt like I loved New York City because I never really knew how to explore around there and like find all the different like cool stuff that they have that like nowhere else in the world has. Like, I know that New York is cool, but I just like never knew how to find what was cool. And so now Michael works in the city, and so we've been there a lot, and it is just like honestly such a cool place. Like, there's so many different like worlds of New York City and all the different like boroughs and different places to go. It is so much fun. So we've been there a lot, and I've really enjoyed exploring with him and having him take me to places that he's discovered on his own, and then trying out places that neither of us have ever been before. And it's just really cool because I never have like experienced New York like this. So last weekend, or this weekend, we were there for a birthday party, and we went to a really cool bar that had like shuffleboard, which we fuck hard with shuffleboard. Like, we love that shit. So we played that, and I won with my partner. Michael wasn't my partner, but me and my partner won, so we rock Ashley. And then we went to a taco place, and then we went to this other bar that had a really cool like old-fashioned photo booth, and I posted that like strip of photos on my Instagram. Michael actually still has them at his house, so I can't show you them, but it was just really fun and like some different stuff to do. So yeah, that was cool. And then the weekend before, we were in Queens for a concert. You guys can't really see, but my shirt has a giant X on it, and during last week, we saw the XX, which is an amazing band. We saw them twice in 1 week. It's Michael's absolute #1 favorite band, and he's never seen them in concert before. So we saw them when they were in Philly, and then we saw them in Queens, and it was such a blast. I never heard of that band before I met Michael, and then they came out with a CD like at the very beginning of this year, and so we were both obsessed with it. Like, I'm so thankful that he introduced me to this band because they're so good. And I am not a hipster when it comes to music. Like, I don't know bands other than like Justin Bieber. Like, I don't know. I just don't research music like he does. I used to in like the MySpace days, but Michael is such a hipster when it comes to music, so he knows like all the like under the radar bands that like no one else would ever know about. And so I'm really thankful because the XX has such incredible music. Their old stuff is amazing, their new stuff is amazing, and they were just a fantastic show to see, especially to see it twice. And we just felt like the world's #1 fan seeing them twice in 1 week. So he absolutely loved it, and it was so much fun to go with him because it's just nice to do things with people like you love them and taking them to do something that they love and are really excited about. Just, oh my gosh, it's such a special feeling. So that was a lot of fun, and yeah, definitely look up the XX because they're absolutely incredible. Okay, what else do I want to do? Oh my god, I need mascara super badly. Alright. I unfortunately have like several mascaras open right now, and I should not have done that. So I'm like desperately trying to use them up before they go dry. But then I have this little Chanel Le Volume sample that I just can't stop using because it is the best of the best. Like, Le Volume is my fucking shit. Like, it is so good. What else do I have written down? Okay, I think I pretty much covered everything. I know that there's like way more stuff that I've done over the past 2 weeks because we're constantly busy. Like we like have to plan things like 2 months in advance with people. Like it's so unfortunate to be this way, and I don't know how not to be this way because there's just so much stuff that we want to do and so many people we want to hang out with, but it'll thankfully die down like mid-July. We have like nothing on our calendar, and I don't know if I've mentioned to you guys before our couples calendar, but if you have like, if you and your husband or you and your boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever want to like be on the same page with your plans and you both have iPhones, do a shared calendar because it has like changed at least my life. I am super intense about knowing plans and like being sure I know what we're gonna do and like just be really prepared, and I hate being like that because it's really annoying like having to ask people all the time, like people as in my boyfriend, like, okay, like what are we doing? Like I need to know, I need to be prepared, and it was just like becoming this like wedge between us, and I hated that because I need to know these things because I'm a planner, but then he isn't a planner at all and he's like spontaneous, and it was just really, it was one of those things that we had to like overcome as a couple and like find a solution to. And so when he suggested a shared calendar, oh my god, it changed everything, you guys. Like now we're both on the same page. I can see what our plans are for the next X number of weeks. Like if we have something going on in like December, it's on our calendar. Like if we know about it, it gets added to the calendar. So if you're a crazy person like me, or if you're dating a crazy person, or you're married to a crazy person, do a shared calendar because it'll honestly alleviate that like stress and tension that can happen between people that are opposites in terms of planning. So that has been wonderful, and it just really changed things for me like tenfold. So that has been really good. But yeah, all of June we are busy as hell. Like we have, what do we have next weekend? Oh, we have a concert on Friday. Then we have plans with our friends. We're doing like a hike and going to Topgolf. And then the next day is a birthday brunch. Then the next week, we only have a pasta class the next week, so that's good. But then we have my friend birthday party in Philly the next weekend. Then I have my family birthday party, which is going to be a huge, awesome ass party at our house because all of our family from like literally we're all spread out all over, and so everyone is going to be in one place at one time, and we're gonna have a huge party, and I just absolutely cannot wait. So that's gonna be super fun, seeing all my aunts and uncles and cousins. Oh my god, I cannot wait to see them. And then my trip to Vegas with Michael is the next weekend, and then it's my birthday. I'm turning 25 this year. Oh, I just cannot wait. It's gonna be so awesome. So then after that, we don't have as many plans. Okay, so I'm gonna dig into this. I know this video is so long, so I think instead of like doing all of these colors, I'm just gonna play with Velvet Teddy and Creme de Nude. I think I'm gonna do Velvet Teddy all over and then Creme de Nude in the center. Ooh, so fancy. And then I just have this little lip brush that I got from like Dior samples. So this is such a cool way to try a bunch of different colors of MAC lipstick because I've never really tried many MAC lipsticks. I think I've tried like 3 maybe. This color is such a me color. I think I need like something under my lash line. Oh my god, yeah, this is such a good color. And I think it doesn't say the finish on here, but this seems like matte, like a creamy matte. And that's like a peachy nude-ish color. And then let's see what Creme de Nude is like. Creme de Nude is like one of those colors that everyone says you need. So let's see. And that's like a little glossier. Ooh, that's nice. I like that combo. And I like that it has a little bit of glossiness, so it's not like completely flat, because I don't really like fully matte lips. I realized that I much prefer like glossy lips, and one of the things that I got in my MAC order was this patent polish in Spontaneous, which is the opposite of what I am. This is a gift if you're part of their like loyalty program, which is free. A year after you join, you get this as a free gift, so you can pick whatever color. It's just like that perfect like pinky rose, and it's like balmy. Oh my god, it's so good, you guys. So I would highly recommend signing up for that loyalty program. I'm just using Chanel Accent on my lower lash line just to add a little bit of a like definition and a shadow. Usually I don't do this, but I feel like I need it for this look. I feel like I need something in my waterline, but then it's like that's the next level of like smoky eye. So I think I'm going to resist as much as possible and just like smoke that out. Is there anything else I need? What else do I need? I think that's it. I think that's all I had to say, even though that was like a 50-minute video, but it was amazing to catch up with you guys. And now I'm gonna go fill my empties, and then I'm probably gonna do like a stuff I'm currently loving video, because there's been a lot of stuff that I've used lately that I really, really enjoy. And this like face makeup that I did is pretty much my standard that I do all the time. So yeah, this was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I missed you so, so much, and I hope to see you guys really, really soon. Bye!